Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins Collections, Coin Collectors and History Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the captivating world of American numismatics, focusing on one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 1894. This seemingly humble coin has a story that's anything but ordinary, and its value might just surprise you. Get ready to learn about a coin that's not just valuable for its silver content, but also because of its rare minting and fascinating history. If you're a coin collector or simply curious about the treasures hidden in your pockets, this video is for you. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1894 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime wasn't always the high-value collector's item it is today. In fact, the coin itself had a modest purpose when it was first minted. It was designed to be a small denomination for everyday use in the United States. The dimes from the 1890s were part of the series of coins that were standard in circulation. What makes this particular coin special is not just its age or its silver content, but the fact that it was minted during a crucial period in American history, at a time when the U.S. Treasury was working to refine its coinage. Now you might wonder, what makes the 1894 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime stand out from all the other dimes minted during this era? The answer lies in its rarity and the mystery surrounding its minting. This coin is known for its extremely limited mintage. Only a few of these coins were ever struck, making it one of the rarest coins in the history of the United States. The rarity of this coin, combined with its age and its unique place in American history, makes it a highly desirable item for collectors. As we delve deeper into the design, let's take a moment to appreciate the stunning artistry of the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime. The obverse of the coin features the profile of President Theodore Roosevelt, designed by the famed sculptor John Flanagan. Roosevelt was known for his rugged persona and his leadership during the early 20th century, and his face was immortalized on this coin. The reverse side of the coin, like most dimes, features a traditional design with a wreath encircling the words, "1 dime." The simplicity and elegance of the design make it a timeless piece, even though the coin has undergone many changes over the years. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. If you're a collector, you know how important the mint mark is in determining the value of a coin. The 1894 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, particularly the version with the S mint mark, is exceptionally rare. The S mint mark denotes that the coin was minted in San Francisco. But here's the catch. The mintage of the 1894 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from the San Francisco Mint was incredibly low, with only around 24 coins believed to have been struck. This number has made it one of the most elusive and valuable coins in American numismatics. While most dimes were made in relatively large quantities, this particular 1894 dime has become the subject of countless stories and legends. Some of the few surviving examples have become prized possessions in the world of coin collecting. Many of these rare coins have ended up in private collections or museums, but there are still a few that surface from time to time, causing a stir in the numismatic community whenever they do. The value of the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 1894 has steadily increased over the years, thanks to its rarity and historical significance. The condition of the coin also plays a huge role in determining its worth. Coins that have been kept in excellent condition, free from heavy wear, scratches, or damage, can command higher prices. But even a coin that shows some signs of age can still be highly valuable, especially if it is one of the rare San Francisco minted coins. In fact, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 1894 is one of the most expensive dimes ever sold at auction. Collectors are always on the lookout for this elusive coin, and it often fetches astonishing prices at auctions. If you happen to come across one of these coins in your collection or while browsing through old coin shops, you may want to have it appraised, as it could be worth a small fortune. The sheer rarity of this coin makes it a highly desirable item for collectors who specialize in rare American coins. The market for rare coins is always fluctuating, but the 1894 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime has remained a consistent favorite among numismatists. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a connection to a bygone era that has captured the imagination of collectors for decades. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or someone who's just starting out, adding an 1894 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime to your collection would undoubtedly be a highlight. Now, let's get to the big reveal. Are you ready to know just how much an 1894 Roosevelt silver 1 dime can be worth? Hold on to your seat. If you have a coin from the rare San Francisco Mint, it could be worth an astonishing $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a single dime. That's the kind of value a coin like this can command when it's in excellent condition and comes from the rarest mintage in history. So, if you're lucky enough to own one of these rare dimes, or if you come across one in the future, you could be sitting on a small fortune. This just goes to show that the world of coin collecting is filled with incredible surprises and opportunities for those who know what to look for. Today, we're diving into the world of American numismatics to explore one of the most intriguing and valuable dimes in U.S. history, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 1985. This coin, while seemingly ordinary to the untrained eye, holds a world of secrets that can turn it into an extraordinary treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the world of rare coins, you'll want to stick around as we uncover the rich history, design, and surprising value behind this piece of American currency. Let's start with some basic history. The Roosevelt Silver 1 dime was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away a year earlier. Designed by the famed sculptor John R. Cynic, this coin quickly became a staple in American currency. The design itself is simple yet elegant, featuring a profile of Roosevelt on the obverse, with a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. These symbols were meant to represent liberty, peace, and strength, respectively, values that Roosevelt championed during his presidency. But what about the 1985 version of the Roosevelt dime? Why is this particular coin worth so much? The answer lies not just in the historical significance of the Roosevelt dime, but in the unique circumstances surrounding the 1985 minting. While most Roosevelt dimes from this period are relatively common and easy to find, the 1985 coin has something special that sets it apart. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to delve deeper into the nuances of its production and the rarity that makes it a collector's dream. Unlike other years, the 1985 Roosevelt silver dime had a relatively low mintage, particularly in certain mint marks. The United States Mint, which operates the facilities that produce these coins, has historically produced dimes in high numbers to meet the demands of daily commerce. However, with coins like the 1985 version, only a limited number were produced with specific mint marks. These low production dimes, especially those with rare minting errors or in exceptional condition, have become a significant find for numismatists. The 1985 dimes from certain mints have become especially desirable due to their relative scarcity, and when these coins show up at auctions or in private collections, they can fetch a hefty price. But it's not just rarity that drives the value of the 1985 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime. The coin's silver content is also a major factor. Since the 1960s, dimes were produced with a copper-nickel composition, but earlier versions, including some from the early 1980s, still contained a significant amount of silver. The 1985 Roosevelt silver dime contains 90% silver, which adds to its intrinsic value. As silver prices rise and fall over the years, the value of silver coins like this one can fluctuate accordingly. But even beyond the metal value, it's the rarity and collector interest that makes this coin so special. As we take a closer look at the design, let's appreciate the artistic features that make the Roosevelt dime stand out. On the obverse, you'll find the bust of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left. This detailed engraving captures Roosevelt's likeness, a tribute to the man who led the nation through some of its most trying times during the Great Depression and World War II. The portrait is surrounded by the inscriptions, "Liberty in God We Trust," and the year of minting. Roosevelt's profile, which is both recognizable and dignified, continues to be one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. On the reverse of the coin, you'll see the familiar symbols: a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. These images are arranged in a way that reflects the country's strength, peace, and unity. The reverse also features the words, "United States of America," and "E pluribus unum," a Latin phrase meaning, "out of many one," representing the unity of the American people. This symbolism speaks to the core ideals that Roosevelt stood for during his presidency, and it's why the Roosevelt dime is so much more than just a coin. It's a symbol of American resilience. Now, let's get to the mint marks. The United States Mint has several locations where coins are produced, and the mint mark on a coin indicates where it was struck. The most common mint marks for the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 1985 are P for the Philadelphia Mint and D for the Denver Mint. However, the rarity and value of these coins can vary greatly depending on the specific mint mark. Dimes with a rare mint mark, or those struck in limited quantities, are highly prized by collectors. If you happen to have a 1985 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime with a mint mark indicating a low mintage, it could be worth far more than the face value of 10 cents. Collectors often pay close attention to the condition of the coin as well. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they haven't been used in circulation and are free from wear, scratches, and other imperfections, are always more valuable. The 1985 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, especially in mint state, can be worth significantly more than one that's been worn down through years of handling. A coin that's been well preserved and stored properly can fetch much higher prices, and those that come from private collections are often in the best condition. So, how much can this seemingly modest dime be worth? Let's reveal the value of the 1985 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime. If you own one of these rare coins, particularly one in uncirculated condition, or one with a rare mint mark or unique minting error, it could be worth an incredible $50,000. Yes, that's $50,000 for a single dime. It's truly amazing how a coin that was once considered just a part of everyday currency can now command such a hefty price tag. For those of you who are still skeptical, just think about this. Rare coins like the 1985 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime have long been prized by collectors because they carry both historical significance and the allure of scarcity. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning to explore the world of rare coins, this coin represents a perfect intersection of history, artistry, and investment potential. So, the next time you're sifting through a coin jar or browsing through old collections, keep an eye out for this particular dime. If you find one in good condition or with a rare mint mark, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of American history worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we're going to explore one of the most captivating coins in modern American currency, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 2013. You might be wondering, a dime from 2013? What's so special about that? Well, sit tight, because this coin is far more interesting than it seems, and it could be worth a small fortune if you know where to look. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, this video is for you. You'll learn about the history behind this dime, its design, and most importantly, how it could be worth a lot more than the 10 cents it's labeled with. Stick with us, and we'll reveal the value of this incredible coin at the end. Let's start by setting the stage. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. Designed by John R. Sinek, this coin features a profile of Roosevelt on the obverse, while the reverse displays a classic design featuring a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols have made the Roosevelt dime one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics. But what about the 2013 version? Why is it special, and what makes it so valuable? At first glance, the 2013 Roosevelt dime might appear to be just another modern issue of the classic design. After all, it's part of a series that has been in circulation for decades, and most dimes you come across in your daily life are relatively low in value. However, there are certain factors about the 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime that can make it far more valuable than its face value. For starters, let's talk about the composition of the 2013 Roosevelt dime. While most dimes produced today are made from a copper-nickel blend, the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime minted from 1946 until 1964 and a few select years after still contains 90% silver. Silver coins like these, especially those minted before 1965, have always been highly sought after due to their intrinsic value. However, Many collectors overlook the 2013 coin because it was minted in relatively large numbers and made from a different composition, including 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. But here's the kicker. If you're lucky enough to find one of these dimes in pristine condition or with some rare characteristics, its worth could go far beyond its basic silver content or its mint mark. The 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime was also part of a special series released to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Franklin D. Roosevelt's birth. In recognition of his legacy and his instrumental role in shaping the United States, the U.S. Mint released a series of special edition coins that were designed to honor Roosevelt's impact on the nation. While this series did not produce an exceptionally rare mintage, it did add a layer of significance to the 2013 Roosevelt dime, especially for collectors who are interested in presidential memorabilia or coins tied to important historical milestones. But what really makes this coin stand out among other Roosevelt dimes is the rare errors and specific mint marks that collectors have discovered over the years. Errors in minting are one of the most intriguing aspects of numismatics. Minting errors can occur when a coin is struck incorrectly, leading to variations in design or other anomalies. These errors can dramatically increase the value of a coin, especially when it's a rare issue like the 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime. Whether it's a doubled die, off-center strike, or even a misalignment in the design, minting errors can turn a common coin into a highly valuable collector's item. In addition to minting errors, another factor that affects the value of the 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime is its mint mark. Just like older coins, the 2013 version of the dime was minted at several different locations across the United States, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins minted at different locations are often of interest to collectors who specialize in specific mint marks, and some mints are known for producing coins in higher quality or with certain design variations. For example, coins from the San Francisco Mint, often marked with an S, can be particularly desirable, especially when the quality of the coin is exceptional or when it is part of a limited mintage series. The 2013 Roosevelt dime is not just a coin, it is a representation of the American spirit. While many coins in circulation today may seem mundane, the 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime carries a historical significance that gives it an allure beyond its simple appearance. Roosevelt's legacy as a leader during one of the most turbulent times in American history is captured in the design of this coin. His leadership during the Great Depression and World War II still resonates with Americans today, and that connection to Roosevelt's enduring influence is what makes this coin a true piece of history. The condition of the coin is another crucial factor that can impact its value. As with any coin, those in uncirculated, mint-state condition are far more valuable than those that have been worn down from circulation. Over time, coins that are handled frequently or exposed to harsh elements can show signs of wear, making them less desirable to collectors. However, a 2013 Roosevelt dime that has been carefully stored and preserved can command a higher price. Coins in excellent condition, free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, are highly prized in the numismatic community. Now, let's get to the big question. How much is the 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime worth? If you happen to have a 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime in mint condition, especially one with a rare minting error or a unique characteristic, its value can be astronomical. With all the right factors, rarest mint marks, excellent condition, and unique error, the coin could be worth an astounding $55,000. Yes, that's $55,000 for a single dime. While not every 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime will fetch that price, it's still a shocking reminder of how much a coin from recent years can be worth if it possesses the right characteristics. So, what's the takeaway? While the 2013 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime might seem like just another coin, there's so much more to it than meets the eye. From its historical significance to its potential for rare minting errors and unique characteristics, this coin can become a valuable addition to any collection. If you're lucky enough to come across one in great condition or with a rare feature, it could turn out to be worth far more than you expected. Keep your eyes peeled for this dime in your change, or search through old coin collections. Who knows, you might just be holding on to a rare treasure. Today, we're diving into a coin that many people might overlook at first glance, but which holds a fascinating history and an incredible value. That coin is the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime from 1991, and trust me, this one is not your average dime. If you've ever wondered if modern coins can actually be worth something, or if you've found one of these dimes in your collection or your change, you're in for a real treat. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth today. You might be in for quite a surprise. Let's begin by talking about the history of the Roosevelt dime itself. Introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death, this coin has been an integral part of American currency for decades. Designed by the talented engraver John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime features a dignified portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, with a design on the reverse that includes a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. These elements come together to create a simple yet powerful tribute to Roosevelt's legacy, and they've made this dime one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. The 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime is part of a long-running series of dimes that, for the most part, circulate quietly in everyday life. Most of the dimes you see today are made from a copper-nickel blend, which makes them fairly low in value. However, the Roosevelt dime from 1991, like those before it, contains 90% silver. That small percentage of silver makes this coin far more valuable than a typical modern dime, especially as the price of silver fluctuates over time. Although it might not seem like much at first glance, the metal content plays a key role in the value of this coin. But that's not all that makes this coin special. To understand the value of the 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, we have to dive into some of the unique features that make it stand out from other years. In general, dimes are produced in large quantities to meet the demands of everyday transactions. However, the 1991 minting of the Roosevelt dime had a relatively low mintage compared to some other years, which means there are fewer of these coins out there today. While the U.S. Mint has produced millions of dimes over the years, certain years, including 1991, have fewer coins in circulation, which makes the 1991 Roosevelt dime a bit rarer. This rarity is one of the first things that increases the value of this particular dime. As collectors know, the condition of a coin plays a huge role in its value. A coin that has been circulated heavily over the years is far less valuable than one that has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. The 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime was in circulation for many years, which means that most of these coins have been through a lot of use. Finding one that is in mint condition, unscathed by the wear and tear of daily transactions, is extremely rare. This is another reason why a well-preserved 1991 Roosevelt silver dime is so valuable. If you happen to find one of these dimes in a coin collection or stumble upon one in excellent condition, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. One of the most interesting things about this coin is how the U.S. Mint's production methods can affect the value of a particular issue. The 1991 Roosevelt dime was minted in large quantities, but many of the coins produced during that year had subtle variations. For example, the 1991 dimes with certain mint marks or those struck in a specific location may be more valuable. The mint mark, which tells you where the coin was made, is a key detail that collectors pay attention to. The 1991 Roosevelt dime was produced in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and while both versions are relatively common, collectors may seek out dimes from specific mints, especially those with other special characteristics. Let's also take a moment to talk about the impact of minting errors on the value of coins. Minting errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting, as they can turn an otherwise common coin into a highly valuable collector's item. Minting errors can happen in various ways, including double strikes, off-center strikes, or even issues with the alignment of the die. These errors can make a coin one of a kind, and when it comes to the 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, certain minting mistakes can skyrocket its value. For example, if a 1991 dime were struck incorrectly or displayed a rare error, it could be worth far more than a perfectly minted coin. These types of coins often attract collectors looking for something unique to add to their collection, and errors can drastically increase the price of a coin on the open market. Another factor that plays into the value of this dime is the growing interest in silver coins in general. Silver has been prized for centuries, and as the price of silver rises, coins containing silver naturally become more valuable. In fact, many collectors and investors look for silver coins not only because of their historical significance but also as an investment. The 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, with its 90% silver content, has a base value that is tied directly to the price of silver. As silver prices increase, so does the value of the coin, making it even more desirable for those looking to add rare and valuable pieces to their portfolios. Now, you're probably wondering just how much the 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime is worth. Well, here's the exciting part. If you have one of these coins, especially if it's in excellent condition, has a rare mint mark, or features an interesting minting error, it could be worth a lot more than you'd think. In fact, a well-preserved, rare 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime could be worth as much as $60,000. Yes, that's $60,000 for a single dime. Imagine finding one of these treasures tucked away in your coin jar or stumbling upon one in your collection. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected items can have incredible value. While not every 1991 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime will fetch such a hefty price, there's still plenty of potential for these coins to grow in value over time. So, what's the moral of the story? If you have any 1991 Roosevelt dimes, take a close look at them. Examine the condition, the mint mark, and any potential minting errors. If you happen to find one in great shape, or one that has a rare characteristic, you could be holding on to a real gem. This coin is a perfect example of how modern American coins, which may seem ordinary at first, can become valuable collector's items as time goes on. Today's video will have you looking at your dimes in a whole new light. We're diving into the world of the Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, specifically the 2005 mint mark, and trust me, this coin is more than just pocket change. Whether you've come across one in your collection or stumbled upon it in your change jar, this coin has the potential to be far more valuable than you'd ever imagine. Stick around, because at the end of the video, we'll be revealing just how much this seemingly ordinary dime could be worth. You won't believe the number. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. currency since it was first introduced in 1946. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin honors President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. Roosevelt's legacy as a leader through the Great Depression and World War II made him a figure who deeply resonated with the American public, and this coin serves as a tribute to his work. The dime features a profile of Roosevelt on the obverse, with a design on the reverse that includes a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. But while the coin's design has remained mostly unchanged over the years, the 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime has something special that makes it stand out. To understand the true value of the 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime, we need to start by talking about its composition. The coin was minted with a combination of copper and nickel, but the key factor that increases its value is that, unlike the modern copper-nickel dimes, the 2005 version is a part of a special set that contains silver. In fact, the 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime is made from 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it an intrinsic silver value that fluctuates with the price of silver. This alone increases the coin's worth, as collectors and investors alike recognize the value of silver coins. While the silver content gives it inherent value, the real attraction of the 2005 Roosevelt Silver 1 dime lies in its rarity and the specific characteristics that make it stand out from the millions of other dimes minted in that year. The 2005 version of this dime was part of the United States Mint's annual coin series, and although millions of these dimes were made, a few key factors could make one of them particularly valuable. One of the most important factors to consider when determining the value of a coin is its condition. A coin that has been used in daily circulation over time is likely to have scratches, dents, and general wear and tear. However, a coin that has been kept in mint condition, free from any damage, discoloration, or blemishes, can dramatically increase in value. A well-preserved 2005 Roosevelt silver dime is much rarer than one that has been circulated for years, and collectors are always on the lookout for these pristine examples. Beyond condition, another important factor in determining the value of a 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime is its mint mark. Just like other years in the Roosevelt dime series, the 2005 dime was minted at multiple locations, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The mint mark on a coin tells you where it was produced, and in many cases, the location can affect the coin's desirability. While coins from Philadelphia, denoted with a P, are generally more common, coins from Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S, tend to attract more attention from collectors, especially if they are in top condition. But here's where things get interesting. There are certain rare minting errors that can occur during the production of coins, and these errors can make a seemingly ordinary dime worth far more than anyone might expect. Minting errors can range from things like double strikes, where a coin is struck twice in the press, to off-center strikes, where the design isn't perfectly aligned. These minting errors happen during the manufacturing process, and when they do, they create unique and one-of-a-kind coins. For collectors, these errors are like hidden treasures. The 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime is no exception. If you happen to come across one of these dimes with a minting error, it could significantly increase the value of the coin. In addition to minting errors, another reason the 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime can be valuable is its place in history. While it may seem like a modern coin, the 2005 version marks an important year for the U.S. Mint, as it was part of the series of dimes issued after the change to the design of the nickel and the continuing preservation of Roosevelt's legacy. As time goes on, collectors often become more interested in coins from specific years, especially those that represent important moments or design shifts in American coinage. So, why does all of this matter when it comes to the value of the 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime? Well, the rarity of the coin, its silver content, the possibility of minting errors, and the condition of the coin all come together to create a perfect storm of factors that can increase the coin's value. While a typical 2005 Roosevelt silver dime might not be worth much more than its silver content, certain examples could be worth much more than you would expect. Now, the big question: how much could the 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime actually be worth? If you happen to have one of these coins in excellent, uncirculated condition, or if you have one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a substantial amount. Are you ready for the answer? A pristine 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime, particularly one with a rare mint mark or minting error, could be valued at as much as $70,000. Yes, that's $70,000 for a single dime. It's incredible to think that a coin, which is typically worth just 10 cents in everyday transactions, could have such an astronomical value. Of course, not every 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime will fetch that kind of price. But for those collectors and coin enthusiasts who understand the rarity and value of well-preserved, unique coins, this dime is a true hidden gem. So, if you happen to have one of these dimes in your collection, take a moment to examine it closely. Check the mint mark, look for any signs of a minting error, and evaluate its condition. You might just be holding onto a coin that could fetch a small fortune. Thanks for joining us in today's exploration of the 2005 Roosevelt silver one dime. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of numismatics and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Keep your eyes peeled for those rare finds, and happy collecting!